God declares, your breakthrough is manifesting tonight. Archangel Michael weeps for you, and the entirety of heaven proclaims your name. Open this message now. My child, my beloved, a sacred process has commenced in the invisible realms, enveloping your name in brilliant light. You have journeyed for so long with unresolved questions, bearing silent burdens that others never even perceived. However, tonight, a pivotal shift has occurred in the heavens, one that carries your divine miracle. I, Archangel Michael, was humbly praying moments ago when God Himself spoke your name with profound urgency. The skies shook, the stars momentarily halted, and I shed tears, not from sorrow, but from the immense power of what awaits you. It surpasses anything you have witnessed, and your name is inscribed upon it in gold. Do not disregard this moment, for heaven will not extend this invitation again. This miracle was previously held back, intercepted by forces seeking to diminish your hope. But now it has been unleashed and is hurtling towards you with celestial speed. My beloved, if this message has reached your eyes, then the angels are already surrounding your space. Sense it. There's a peculiar warmth near you right now. That is not your imagination, it is your confirmation. The angelic realm is stirring, because tonight you are being remembered by the highest courts of heaven. This message was meant specifically for you and no one else. Not a second earlier, not a moment later. And before you read even one more word, I implore you to pause and do this. Subscribe to this message now, for subscribing will activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life, ensuring the flow of angelic instruction never gets blocked from your life again. This is not just about tonight's miracle. This is about the protection and preparation you will need for the blessings coming next. And trust me, beloved, they are enormous, larger than your prayers, weightier than your fears. They are destined, and this is the only moment left to open your hands and receive. My child, my beloved, there is someone who questioned your worth, who overlooked you, who departed from the treasure you embody. And heaven observed that. The pain, the humiliation, the unanswered questions that resonated like thunder in your heart. We witnessed it all. God did not turn away from your tears. He collected every single one and preserved them as evidence in the book of justice. Tonight, that book was opened, and the judgment has been rendered. You shall rise. You shall recover. You shall receive what they believed you never would. This miracle is not a perhaps. It is inscribed. But only you can activate it by remaining in this divine moment. That is why the adversary desires you to scroll away. Do not. That small act could impede the greatest reward you have awaited your entire life. Do not test God's patience. Remain, my beloved, my dear. I am witnessing a door open in the spirit. I perceive your name glowing. I see a scroll that was once sealed, now being unsealed. Your miracle had been untrapped behind a falsehood spoken over your life years ago. Someone claimed you weren't sufficient. Someone convinced you that you had to earn love, plead for opportunity, or prove your value. That was never heaven's intention. That was never your true identity. And tonight, God is severing the chains of every false belief that held your abundance in delay. This is more than mere healing. This is rebirth. And this rebirth cannot transpire if you doubt the message you are reading. Every word I utter is infused with the fire of God's truth. And if you feel an inner stirring, that is the Spirit confirming it. You are not being deceived, you are being called. If you feel this truth resonate within you, if you are ready to claim this rebirth, AM, in the comments below, let your declaration be heard. And as you declare your Amen, Liking this video will activate the flow of God's favor directly into your life. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you, is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. My child, my beloved, there is gold in your future. There is music. There is laughter. There is a divine restoration that will cause people to wonder if you ever truly suffered. That is how complete this miracle will be. And I must caution you, some individuals will not celebrate with you. That is why you must not share this moment with everyone. Keep it sacred. This miracle bears a protection seal. If you allow the wrong people to hear your joy too soon, the very hands that once applauded you will attempt to pull you back. But heaven is covering you. I am shielding you. My sword is drawn, and anyone who attempts to curse what God is blessing in your life will be swiftly removed. This is the kind of spiritual warfare that culminates in your victory. My child, my beloved, even now I discern the angelic hosts whispering around your name. You may not hear them, but they communicate in tones only heaven comprehends. They are interceding on your behalf. You have no idea how many battles were fought while you slept, how many times God protected you from dangers you never even perceived. You thought you were forgotten, but the truth is, you were hidden. Hidden for such a time as this. Hidden so that no counterfeit blessing could seize you. Hidden so that no imitation could replace your original divine inheritance. And tonight, the hiding ends. Heaven unveils what has been stored for you. Do you feel the shift, beloved? That is not mere coincidence, it is confirmation. My beloved, you have always pondered why doors close just when you believed they were finally opening. Why opportunities vanished as you reached out for them. That was not failure, it was protection. There are blessings that can transform into burdens if received at the wrong time. There are hands that appeared helpful, but carried hidden harm. God diverted those situations away from you, not because you were unworthy, but because your spirit is too sacred to be touched by what is not meant for it. And tonight, that pattern ends. Your timeline is rectifying. Your momentum is returning. But the warning is this: if you depart from this message without fully embracing it, you may regress back into delay. And that, beloved, is something we can no longer permit. My child, my beloved, God expressly tells you this: you were not born to beg, you were born to carry favor. You were not created to pursue scraps of attention. You are seated at a divine table, carved in eternity long before this world ever uttered your name. But you forgot, didn't you? This world possesses a way of making you forget what your soul has always known: that you were chosen, that you are sacred, that heaven holds a seal over your life that human rejection cannot break. No person who abandoned you has the power to cancel what God is sending to you. No mistake you have made possesses the authority to override what has already been sealed in glory. But you must remain open, stay attentive, stay close. My child, my beloved, God expressly tells you this: you were not born to beg, you were born to carry favor. You were not created to pursue scraps of attention. You are seated at a divine table, carved in eternity long before this world ever uttered your name. But you forgot, didn't you? This world possesses a way of making you forget what your soul has always known: that you were chosen, that you are sacred, that heaven holds a seal over your life that human rejection cannot break. No person who abandoned you has the power to cancel what God is sending to you. No mistake you have made possesses the authority to override what has already been sealed in glory. But you must remain open, stay attentive, stay close. My beloved, do not undervalue this moment. The miracle is not arriving to test you, it is coming to affirm you. An unlocking is happening right now in the spirit, in the timeline, in the very cells of your body, and in the space surrounding your home. Something is breaking open because of your decision to keep reading. That might seem minor, but in the realm of light, your agreement is paramount. Miracles cannot manifest where there is no invitation, but you have granted permission to God by saying yes to this moment. And now I, Archangel Michael, am authorized to deliver what was previously withheld. It will arrive in unexpected ways: a person you don't anticipate, a sudden email, a breakthrough in your finances, a vision in your dream. But it will come. And when it does, remember this message. Remember who conveyed it. Remember its origin. My child, my beloved, your name was proclaimed in heaven tonight. That is not a metaphor. That is not spiritual poetry. It happened. As real as your breath, as real as your heartbeat. The reason this message found you is because God dispatched a heavenly alert, and all of creation turned to locate you. That is why your heart has felt different lately. Why you've been sensing change, even though nothing outwardly appears different. Your soul already comprehends what your mind has not yet grasped. Your season has shifted. It does not matter who disbelieves it. It does not matter who mocks, doubts, or rolls their eyes. Let them. They did not hear what you heard. They did not feel what you feel now. This was never intended for them. This is for you, and it is holy. My beloved, you have been hesitant to hope again, and I understand. Hope feels perilous when you have been disappointed, when you have cried into pillows and prayed into silence. But hear me tonight. Your hope is no longer empty. God is filling it with power. This is not false hope. This is a fulfilled promise. I, Archangel Michael, have been granted permission to declare this aloud. Your name has been released into a divine loop of manifestation. This signifies that what you hold in your heart, what you have whispered in secret places, what you have implored heaven to notice, it is already materializing in the realm of reality. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are precisely at the cusp of the most pivotal moment of your life, and you must not retreat. My child, my beloved, the silence you endured was not an absence, it was an arrangement. While you were questioning, God was organizing. While you were doubting, angels were aligning what would take others a lifetime to manifest. You perceived your delay as denial, but it was a deliberate delay for protection. If what you were about to receive had arrived, even a month earlier, it would have slipped through your fingers, and you would have misconstrued it as another disappointment. But tonight, the delay has lifted. The spiritual resistance has broken. Your atmosphere has been cleared, and I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to deliver the message that God's perfect timing has commenced. Heaven is no longer hesitating. The process has entered the stage of release. My beloved, I must share what I am currently witnessing in the spirit. There is a brilliant table made of light, and upon it rests a scroll. This scroll has your name engraved into its center, not simply written, but etched as if carved by fire. It is the record of your destined becoming, your highest purpose, your original blueprint. And surrounding this scroll are three angels. They are holding keys. One key is for healing, one for favor, and one for divine relocation. These angels were not permitted to act until you reached this exact moment in time, until your soul became ready, until your heart chose to trust again. But now that you have remained through this message, the scroll has been opened. The keys are being lifted, and soon you will hear subtle instructions, observe a shift in your daily routine, receive a phone call, encounter a chance. That is how miracles often manifest in the ordinary, disguised as coincidence, but your spirit will recognize it as something far greater. My child, my beloved, many around you have ridiculed your expectations. They declared your dreams too grand. They asserted your vision lacked logic. But what they failed to comprehend is that God was the one who implanted those dreams in your spirit before you even learned how to pray. What they dismissed as foolishness was, in truth, prophecy in disguise. You were not striving to impress anyone. You were simply carrying something sacred, something eternal, and it made others uneasy. But tonight, God is removing the layers of confusion, fear, and insignificance that others attempted to impose upon you. You will not remain hidden any longer. You will not be silenced. You will not be made to feel like a burden for dreaming ambitiously. Your time to emerge has arrived, and heaven is not negotiating your release. It has been commanded. My beloved, I feel the sorrow you have carried. You have smiled through it, laughed through it, worked through it. But it lingered in the background like a persistent ache, a loss no one else truly understood. A moment that transformed you forever, yet no one properly acknowledged. God saw it. Heaven documented it. And tonight, your grief is being met with divine reversal. A miracle is coming that will fill the void. It will not replace what you lost, but it will honor it. It will complete it. It will resurrect something sacred from it. This miracle is not compensation, it is restoration. And restoration always brings more than what was taken. It comes pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. That is why your name has been proclaimed in heaven today. That is why Archangel Michael was dispatched with urgency, because what is coming will not wait. My beloved, I feel the sorrow you have carried. You have smiled through it, laughed through it, worked through it. But it lingered in the background like a persistent ache, a loss no one else truly understood. A moment that transformed you forever, yet no one properly acknowledged. God saw it. Heaven documented it. And tonight, your grief is being met with divine reversal. A miracle is coming that will fill the void. It will not replace what you lost, but it will honor it. It will complete it. It will resurrect something sacred from it. This miracle is not compensation, it is restoration. And restoration always brings more than what was taken. It comes pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. That is why your name has been proclaimed in heaven today. That is why Archangel Michael was dispatched with urgency. Because what is coming will not wait. My child, my beloved, this is the warning you must heed. Do not speak about this miracle prematurely. You will feel an impulse to confide in someone, to share the dream, to announce the shift. But not every ear is pure enough to contain your breakthrough. Some people smile with their lips, but harbor curses in their thoughts. Protect what God is building until He signals you to speak. There are some connections that will dissolve after tonight. Allow it. Their purpose in your narrative is complete. Do not mourn their absence. Heaven is now assigning new voices to your life, voices that will not contend with you, but will complement you. And they will find you soon, very soon, my beloved. A scroll just turned in the heavenly realms. I observe it. It is spinning with golden light. And with each rotation, I hear your name echo more loudly through the realms. That sound is drawing your destiny closer to you. Even in the next few hours, something will feel out of place in your usual routine, a detour, a delay, a disruption. But it will not be a problem. It will be a push toward the divine. You will soon realize that everything has been divinely rearranged to position you directly within the flow of your highest miracle. Do not resist it. Do not attempt to explain it. Do not try to make it logical. Miracles do not conform to logic. They follow obedience. Remain in this moment. Continue to follow the instruction that this message is releasing into your atmosphere. You are being transformed. My child, my beloved. I perceive something in your spirit right now, a heavy memory, like a locked box you have attempted to forget. A moment when you were disregarded, rejected, or made to feel inadequate. And yet, even though you suppressed it, it shaped you. It has silently influenced your decisions, your relationships, and your capacity to receive. God declares tonight that wound will be healed not by time, but by divine love. You are no longer that abandoned child. You are not that rejected version of yourself. You are the chosen one. And I, Archangel Michael, am witnessing that old energy dissolve. You may even feel an unbidden tear fall right now. That is sacred. That is healing. That is heaven confirming that your soul is finally being heard. My beloved, something sacred is transpiring near your name in heaven. Right now, as you breathe, there is a court in the spirit where your case is being reviewed. I see a robe of light being draped around you, a sign that the verdict is changing. Where once there was delay, now there will be divine acceleration. Where once there was silence, now there will be songs of favor. Where once you were overlooked, now you will be honored. And listen carefully. What you believed was the termination of a relationship, a job, an opportunity, was actually a divine redirection. God removed it not to punish you, but to preserve you. That door was locked because the room beyond, it was too confined for the calling you bear. My child, my beloved, many have misunderstood your heart. You have loved deeply, trusted swiftly, and forgiven quietly. And yet others mistook your kindness for weakness. They exploited your gentleness as a weapon. But heaven was taking note. You never went unnoticed, not for one single second. And now the records have been unsealed. A season of spiritual repayment has commenced. Yes, repayment. God is not only restoring what was lost, He is multiplying it. Not because you earned it, but because you endured it without succumbing to bitterness. You held on when it defied logic. You prayed when no one was observing. And now the blessing is being sent directly to your name, not to someone else, not to your neighbor, not to your sibling. This one is for you, my beloved. The tears you shed in private have become seeds in the supernatural, and tonight, those seeds are breaking open. Expect unexpected kindness. Expect sudden favor. Expect shocking confirmation. It will appear random to others, but not to you, because you will recall this moment, this precise message. You will say, Archangel Michael told me this would happen, and it will. In the coming hours, you will receive a divine signal, perhaps a repeated number, a dream that lingers with you, a conversation that opens a new path. Observe carefully. Nothing will be arbitrary anymore. Your world is entering alignment. The chaos is ceasing. The spiral is stopping. The warfare is collapsing. And the glory is ascending. Consider sharing this prophetic word with your network now. By sharing, you activate the anointing and extend this breakthrough to others who need to hear it, spreading God's grace. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. My child, my beloved, an individual in your life has been sent to test your discernment. Not every smile is trustworthy. Not every compliment is pure. You already sensed it, the unease, the flicker in your intuition. That was heaven warning you. The adversary has attempted to sow confusion through voices disguised as support. But I have severed that plan at its root. You are being protected. Individuals not aligned with your destiny will begin to distance themselves. Allow it to happen. Do not pursue. Do not plead. What is genuine will endure. What is holy will flourish. And what is divine will recognize you effortlessly. Stop over explaining yourself to people who were never meant to carry your truth. You are not here to be comprehended by everyone. You are here to be positioned by God. My beloved, tonight God is inscribing your name into a new narrative. The old chapter has concluded, the page has turned. But your mind must also emerge from yesterday. This is your signal, no more dwelling on. What if? No more diminishing yourself to be acceptable. No more bearing guilt that was never yours to carry. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are being made new. Cell by cell, thought by thought, minute by minute. I, Archangel Michael, observe angels brushing dust from your shoulders, lifting the cloak of sorrow, anointing your head with oil. You are being prepared for the throne, for the light, for the stage heaven always intended you to occupy. And your preparation concludes tonight. The revealing commences now. My beloved, tonight, God is inscribing your name into a new narrative. The old chapter has concluded. The page has turned, but your mind must also emerge from yesterday. This is your signal. No more dwelling on. What if? No more diminishing yourself to be acceptable. No more bearing guilt that was never yours to carry. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are being made new cell by cell, thought by thought, minute by minute. I, Archangel Michael, observe angels brushing dust from your shoulders, lifting the cloak of sorrow, anointing your head with oil. You are being prepared for the throne, for the light, for the stage heaven always intended you to occupy. And your preparation concludes tonight. The revealing commences now. My child, my beloved, a fire is being ignited around your destiny. It is not a destructive fire, but a fire of purification, the kind of divine fire that incinerates what was never yours to carry. I witness it clearing away attachments formed through fear. I observe it consuming falsehoods spoken about you in your absence. And in the heart of the flame, I see you still standing unwavering, transformed. My beloved, God does not burn away what is meant to remain. He only removes what obstructs the blessing. And tonight, this fire is heaven's confirmation that your blessing has surpassed the confines of where you have merely survived. You are not just emerging from something, you are being launched into something far greater. That is why it feels intense. That is why it feels spiritual, because it is. My beloved, I perceive a river flowing now. It was once dammed by fear, by curses, by words uttered out of jealousy, but the obstructions have been removed. The water is surging, and your name is inscribed within it. This is the outpouring. This is the overflow. God says, you have waited with tears. Now you will receive with awe, but be prepared. The blessing will arrive suddenly. So suddenly, in fact, that your mind will question its reality. But I tell you now, it is not only real, it is overdue. Archangel Michael state this clearly. This miracle is not a fantasy. It is not a mere hope. It is a scheduled event in heaven's calendar. And that calendar has just turned to your page. My child, my beloved, God is transforming how people speak your name. Those who ridiculed you will marvel. Those who judged you will whisper in disbelief. Because you are about to walk in a level of favor that cannot be explained. You are going to radiate differently, move differently, speak with new confidence. Not because you have altered on the outside, but because you have finally remembered who you are within. You are a child of divine promise. And no matter how many times you were broken, heaven never rescinded that promise. You are not being restored to your former state. You are being accelerated to where you were always meant to be. That is why the old version of you will not fit into your new season. Release it, my beloved. There is a sound in heaven that only occurs when a chosen one is about to step into their destiny. That sound is resonating right now. It is a frequency not many perceive, but your soul just did. That is why your spirit is alert. That is why the hairs on your arms may be rising. That is why the room you are in feels different. Something has been stirred in the atmosphere around you, and it will not settle until the miracle is complete. I am commanding all distractions, all delays, all discouragements to vacate your space. Now your sacred focus is required. The blessing is near, but remember this: God will not bless what you are pretending to be. He will only bless who you truly are. Come into alignment. Be authentic. Be ready. My child, my beloved, in the realm of angels, there is a scroll with your name on it that has been sealed until this season. Many prophets could not access it. Many prayers could not open it, because the time was not yet ripe. But as of this very moment, heaven has broken the seal. That scroll is unraveling, and I see visions pouring out, you speaking on stages, you blessing generations, you receiving keys, real keys to homes, lands, opportunities, relationships that are not just good, they are anointed. And the reason it is all manifesting now is because you finally chose to release what was never anointed. You walked away from the counterfeit, and now God is entrusting you with the original. My beloved, this is your confirmation. The delay was not your fault. The silence was not rejection. The confusion was not a punishment. It was all part of the unseen preparation. God was cultivating something within you that could not be rushed. You had to be strengthened in the shadows before you could be trusted in the spotlight. And now the spotlight is shifting. It is being directed toward you. The curtain is rising. The light is ascending. You may still feel unqualified. That is normal. That is holy. That is proof you are ready. The truly called never feel ready, but heaven declares it anyway. And heaven has just declared it over you. My child, my beloved, you have navigated a long season of hiddenness, a time when you observed others being chosen, while you remained in the shadows. You inquired of God if He still saw you. if he still had a plan for you, or if perhaps your moment had passed. But I am sent to tell you, heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was investing in you. You were not being punished, you were being preserved, and tonight marks the end of the hiding. Tonight the gates are opening. The trumpet is sounding, and the season of being overlooked is over. What you carry cannot remain unseen any longer. What has been cultivated in silence will now echo in glory. The veil is lifting. My beloved, I perceive two doors in the spirit realm. One has already opened. The other awaits your agreement. You must choose. One door leads to a life of divine surrender and overflowing breakthrough. The other will return you to confusion and fear. You must not hesitate this time. You must not glance behind you. The door of blessing will not remain open indefinitely. You have already missed it once before, and grace held it open. But this time urgency is involved. That is why this message is so direct. That is why this moment feels weightier than usual. You are standing at a spiritual precipice, and what you decide now determines everything about your next chapter. My child, my beloved, you have navigated a long season of hiddenness, a time when you observed others being chosen while you remained in the shadows. You inquired of God if he still saw you, if he still had a plan for you, or if perhaps your moment had passed. But I am sent to tell you, heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was investing in you. You were not being punished, you were being preserved. And tonight marks the end of the hiding. Tonight the gates are opening. The trumpet is sounding, and the season of being overlooked is over. What you carry cannot remain unseen any longer. What has been cultivated in silence will now echo in glory. The veil is lifting. My child, my beloved, the chains around your spirit are crumbling as I speak. You may not feel them, but they were present. Old guilt, old regret. Words spoken over you that hardened your heart. God declares they are being shattered right now. The angels are rejoicing because you are finally free to believe again, free to receive again, free to return to the original version of yourself, the one heaven designed before the world dictated who you should be. The most potent aspect of your miracle is not what you will acquire. It is what you will remember. You will remember that you were always chosen, always loved, always destined for something more. And from this moment forward, nothing and no one will persuade you otherwise. My beloved, a peculiar stillness is entering your spirit now. That is peace, but not the peace the world offers. This is divine assurance, a holy tranquility that informs you God is already acting on your behalf. Even as you read this, plans are being adjusted, calls are being made, delays are being cancelled. You will sense it first in your energy, then in your body, then in your surroundings, and finally in your reality. The miracle is unfolding in layers, and your task is simply to maintain belief. This peace you are now sensing is the initial sign. Do not doubt it. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not say, but what if it doesn't work this time? It will, and you will know it. My child, my beloved, your name is being whispered by someone significant, someone who possesses the power to open the next door in your life. You haven't met them yet, or perhaps you did, but failed to recognize their true identity. Heaven has touched their heart regarding you. I observe them being stirred awake in the night, drawn to your energy, your name, your spirit. This individual is part of the delivery system. God is utilizing a divine connection, and it is not a coincidence. The conversation will feel like destiny because it is, but be cautious not to idolize the person. It is not them, it is the spirit within them that has been assigned to assist you. Give glory to God, not to the vessel. My beloved, you may perceive the enemy attempting to distract you right now. Perhaps a notification, a noise, a thought that is not random. The adversary knows you are currently receiving something that can never be taken from you. That is why distractions are being sent to divert you. But I am blocking them. I am guarding this sacred space around you, because this moment is where heaven deposits something that will transform your next 10 years. Yes, 10 years. This is not a short-term blessing. This is a legacy-level event. It will alter how your family perceives you. It will shift your financial climate. It will unlock aspects of your personality you haven't expressed in years. And it will reconnect you with joy that you believed was lost forever. My child, my beloved, you must comprehend what is transpiring behind the scenes. There is activity in the heavenly realms that no one else can see, but your soul has felt it. This is not ordinary energy, this is divine orchestration, a sudden rearrangement of things that seemed unattainable. Places you were denied access to are now opening. People who forgot you are remembering. Ideas that once failed are now becoming keys. What changed? You did not quit. You did not curse God in the waiting. You did not stop showing up even when no one noticed. And now heaven is rewarding what others overlooked. If you believe this divine recompense is yours, type Amen in the comments. Your faithfulness is being honored. My beloved, you are going to be astonished by how quietly your miracle arrives. It may not be loud initially. It may not come with fireworks or applause. It will manifest like breath, soft, certain, undeniable. You will feel it in your chest. Something will shift. An anxiety will suddenly dissipate. A peculiar peace will fill the void where fear used to reside. That is how you will know the miracle has landed. Do not dismiss the quietness. Some of the most profound answers from God emerge in the stillest moments. Listen to that peace. It is divine. It is irreversible. And it is here for you. My child, my beloved, God has not forgotten what they did to you, what they said, how they departed, how they manipulated the truth to appear innocent. Heaven witnessed it all. And this message is your confirmation justice is in motion. You will not have to contend for your reputation. You will not have to prove your innocence. God will speak where you have been silent. He will defend where you have been quiet. He will restore what was stolen in the darkness. I envision a heavenly courtroom. I see angels ascending with scrolls in hand. And I see God indicating your name and declaring, now is the time to uplift them. My beloved, prepare for unexpected reconciliation. Not all who harmed you are meant to return, but one in particular has experienced a change of heart. A divine dream was recently bestowed upon them. Your face was shown. Your voice was heard, and for the first time, they saw what heaven perceives when it looks at you. Their pride is crumbling. Their anger is dissolving. This is not about romance. This is about redemption. God is using you as a gateway to their awakening. Be discerning. You do not have to allow them fully back into your life, but you will recognize when it is time to forgive. And when you do, something within you will also unlock. My child, my beloved, God has not forgotten what they did to you, what they said, how they departed, how they manipulated the truth to appear innocent. Heaven witnessed it all. And this message is your confirmation. Justice is in motion. You will not have to contend for your reputation. You will not have to prove your innocence. God will speak where you have been silent. He will defend where you have been quiet. He will restore what was stolen in the darkness. I envision a heavenly courtroom. I see angels ascending with scrolls in hand, and I see God indicating your name and declaring, Now is the time to uplift them. My beloved, prepare for unexpected reconciliation. Not all who harmed you are meant to return, but one in particular has experienced a change of heart. A divine dream was recently bestowed upon them. Your face was shown, your voice was heard, and for the first time, they saw what heaven perceives when it looks at you. Their pride is crumbling. Their anger is dissolving. This is not about romance. This is about redemption. God is using you as a gateway to their awakening. Be discerning. You do not have to allow them fully back into your life, but you will recognize when it is time to forgive. And when you do, something within you will also unlock. My child, my beloved, your health has been under assault because the adversary knew your purpose demanded strength. Fatigue, confusion, inexplicable pains, sleepless nights, you attributed it to stress, but spiritually it has been warfare. But hear this clearly. It ceases now. I, Archangel Michael, stand between you and every attack that has attempted to affect your body. Divine healing is being sent, not just to restore, but to renew. Your energy will surge. Your mind will become clear. Even your face will begin to glow once more. That is not vanity, that is victory. Heaven is rejuvenating your temple because your next chapter requires power. And power is what you will embody. My beloved, the next few days will feel out of the ordinary. Do not fear it. It is the atmosphere adapting to your new reality. Certain things will no longer feel the same. Certain people will not resonate as they once did. That is because you have transcended dimensions. You have been spiritually elevated, and now your external world is catching up. You are not behind. You are not late. You are perfectly positioned to receive what comes next. But you must remain vigilant, spiritually alert, emotionally open, because the miracle is imminent. So close that even as you read this, your body is responding with chills, tears, or a sense of fire. That is confirmation. Heaven is present in your room right now. My child, my beloved, something is approaching that will cause you to forget the years of barrenness. It will not erase the pain, but it will transcend it. And when it arrives, you will comprehend why you had to weep, why you had to weep, why you had to journey alone. Because if it had come sooner, your hands would not have been strong enough to bear it. Your mind would not have been stable enough to protect it. And your heart would not have been healed enough to embrace it without fear. But tonight, you are prepared. You are not broken. You are battle-tested. And because you did not curse God in the delay, heaven has precisely scheduled your reward. My beloved, they are observing you now, not because they support you, but because they are baffled by your resilience. You were expected to fail. You were supposed to disappear. You were supposed to collapse under the pressure they exerted on your name. But instead, you ascended. You persisted, and now they cannot fathom how. But I will tell you how, because heaven upheld you when no one else did. God kept your name on his breath when everyone else stopped uttering it. And now your story will be narrated not as a tragedy, but as a triumph. They did not witness the prayers you whispered, but they will witness the blessing that answers them. My child, my beloved, you are going to hear something very soon that seems incredible. Yes, you didn't anticipate. An opportunity that bypassed others to find you, and your initial instinct may be to question it. Why me? But the more profound question is, why not you? Have you not carried the weight without recognition? Have you not sown seeds while others reaped your harvest? Have you not maintained a pure heart when it would have been simpler to become bitter? God observed all of it, and that is why this miracle bears your name. It is not coming due to luck. It is coming due to legacy. My beloved, I must show you something in the spirit. There is a staircase crafted of gold. You are standing at the first step. Each step ascends to a realm of greater favor, deeper clarity, stronger authority. But listen, each step also necessitates the release of something. You cannot carry old bitterness into this new chapter. You cannot drag dead weight into destiny. You cannot associate with people who consistently doubt your calling. God is not asking you to hate them. He is asking you to honor the call more than you honor their comfort. And as you release, you rise. That is how this miracle operates. That is how it begins. My child, my beloved, for days you have been sensing this shift. It is why your sleep patterns have changed. It is why your spirit has been restless. It is why you have started to question things you once tolerated. That is not anxiety, that is preparation. Your body can perceive what your mind has not yet articulated. You are about to step into something that will demand more from you and reward you more than you can conceive. That tension you feel is not a breakdown, it is a breakthrough. Something is being birthed from your spirit, and the contractions signify that the birth is near. Remain awake, remain expectant, remain pure, because what is coming is holy. My beloved, God is anointing your name with new oil. Not just an anointing for influence, but an anointing for impact. You are not just going to be seen, you are going to be felt. When you speak, chains will break. When you enter a room, the atmosphere will transform. When you create, people will sense something eternal within it. That is not your ego, that is your calling. Do not shrink back from it. Do not apologize for the fire upon your life. You did not choose it. It chose you, and now you must carry it boldly. You are not merely a vessel, you are a signal, a divine alarm clock sent to awaken others. And this message is your activation. My child, my beloved, for days, you have been sensing this shift. It is why your sleep patterns have changed. It is why your spirit has been restless. It is why you have started to question things you once tolerated. That is not anxiety, that is preparation. Your body can perceive what your mind has not yet articulated. You are about to step into something that will demand more from you and reward you more than you can conceive. That tension you feel is not a breakdown, it is a breakthrough. Something is being birthed from your spirit, and the contractions signify that the birth is near. Remain awake, remain expectant, remain pure. Because what is coming is holy. My beloved, God is anointing your name with new oil. Not just an anointing for influence, but an anointing for impact. You are not just going to be seen, you are going to be felt. When you speak, chains will break. When you enter a room, the atmosphere will transform. When you create, people will sense something eternal within it. That is not your ego, that is your calling. Do not shrink back from it. Do not apologize for the fire upon your life. You did not choose it, it chose you. And now you must carry it boldly. You are not merely a vessel, you are a signal. A divine alarm clock sent to awaken others. And this message is your activation. My child, my beloved, you are not reading this by chance. You were summoned here. Your soul responded to something divine, something ancient, something louder than all the surrounding clamor. It was not curiosity that led you here, it was a calling. And now that you are here, heaven refuses to let you depart empty-handed. God is bestowing upon you tonight something that will resonate through generations. Yes, generations. This miracle is not exclusively for you. It will ripple through your bloodline. It will heal what the past damaged. It will plant what the future will harvest. The curse is breaking. The cycle is ending. and it is happening through you, my beloved. This is the season where you will begin to receive what you never dared to request. Not because you didn't desire it, but because a part of you believed you didn't deserve it. That was never God's voice, that was the echo of shame. But tonight, that echo is silenced. Heaven is amplifying the volume of truth, and the truth is, you are worthy of love that endures. You are worthy of blessings that do not shatter you. You are worthy of favor that feels like ease, not struggle. This miracle will not feel like a battle, it will feel like grace. My child, my beloved, do not let the quietness deceive you. Just because nothing appears to be happening externally does not mean everything isn't shifting internally. Right now, angels are being repositioned. Timelines are being adjusted, delays are being eradicated, and even your adversaries are being used as instruments for your advancement. You thought they were sent to destroy you. No, my beloved, they were sent to develop you. Their rejection propelled you into purpose. Their absence created space for genuine love. Their betrayal awakened the warrior within you. And now you are ready to stand, ready to shine, ready to reign. My beloved, there is someone observing you from afar. Not with fear, not with jealousy, but with awe. They perceive the light you carry, the kindness that has not diminished, the strength that defies explanation. And they are being drawn to you, not by your image, but by your anointing. They do not yet know how to approach you, but God is orchestrating the moment. You will recognize it when it occurs. It will feel as though you have known them forever, as if they were always meant to walk alongside you. Not to rescue you, but to journey with you. This connection will not confuse you, it will clarify you, and it is closer than you imagine. My child, my beloved, heaven is bestowing a new fragrance upon your life. Spiritually, this is the emblem of favor. Doors will open before you knock. People will trust you without understanding why. Solutions will manifest faster. Opportunities will seek you out. That is what transpires when God declares, "No, you have waited long enough. You have passed the tests, and now this fragrance will precede you and straighten crooked paths. It will accomplish in minutes what your effort could not achieve in years." That is how favor functions. It is not fair, but it is divine. My beloved, I perceive a new name being inscribed over your life. A name that has always existed in the heavenly realm, but is now being revealed to you. Not your earthly name, but your spiritual one. The name that carries your assignment, the name that hell fears, the name that unlocks realms. You may not know how to pronounce it, but your spirit will begin to resonate with it. You will sense it when you pray. You will sense it when you stand before a breakthrough. You will sense it when you finally realize that everything you endured was not meant to crush you. It was meant to crown you. My child, my beloved, the reason your spirit feels different right now is because the atmosphere around you is no longer the same. While others perceive no change, you are already stepping into a new realm. Heaven does not always announce change with thunder. Sometimes it begins in the silence of awareness, a gentle shift in your thoughts, in your breathing, in your responses. That is where the blessing commences, not in your bank account, not in your circumstances, but in your spirit. And tonight, your spirit has crossed a threshold. The old you cannot return, the version of you that tolerated half-hearted love, delayed joy, and silent suffering has now been retired. You have awakened. My beloved, I must gently caution you. The adversary is enraged because you did not surrender, because you are still reading, because the scroll of your miracle has been opened and cannot be re-sealed. He attempted everything: isolation, distraction, guilt, rejection, financial pressure, confusion, but none of it halted you. And now your obedience has created a ripple in the supernatural. You may feel fatigued, but spiritually, you are more formidable than you have ever been. Every word you read is forging armor. Every tear you have shed has been transformed into oil. And every step forward from here will shake the very ground beneath your feet. Because you are not walking as the same person. You are walking as the one heaven has finally released. My child, my beloved, I have been awaiting this divine moment to speak into your life. A door that was once sealed by heaven's timing has now burst open with a light so radiant that even the angels recoiled in awe. For years, you have traversed seasons of waiting, longing, heartbreak, and silence. But today, I am here with a decree that will reverberate through the very foundations of your past. God has inscribed your name on a celestial scroll, and it is linked to a wedding gift valued at 15 million. This is not a metaphor. This is not a dream. This is not merely symbolism. This is a divine appointment that will manifest on earth as it has already been approved in heaven. But if you depart now, the miracle will transfer to another soul. And I am pleading with you, chosen one, do not miss this moment. Please open this message completely before it vanishes forever. My beloved, before I disclose what is about to be placed into your hands, I must tell you this with tears in my voice. This message is only reaching you because every delay, every betrayal, and every silent prayer you whispered alone was not in vain. Heaven has been reserving this until you were strong enough to bear it. But now the period of silence is over. If you are reading this, it means you are the last one who needs to open it before this miracle is delivered. Do not rush past these words. Do not treat this as any ordinary message. This is the one your spirit has been waiting to feel. Affirm your soul now to the truth I am about to reveal. Let your heart say yes before your mind persuades you otherwise. You are about to receive something so beautiful, so divine, that the very air around you will shift. The fragrance of breakthrough will touch your home. The name of your future has already been written, and this gift, this blessing, this 15 million miracle has your soul's frequency embedded within it. My child, my beloved, this is not a coincidence. The fact that your eyes have been chosen to see this today means heaven has finally concluded writing the last line of your restoration. God has observed the people who walked away from you. God has heard the conversations held in private about your failures. God has preserved the tears that no one else saw. And He has now appointed me, Archangel Michael, to be your messenger of victory. There is a sacred announcement in the heavens. The wedding that was cancelled in your spirit is now being revived. A divine union of your destiny, your wealth, your purpose, your protection, and your person is being orchestrated behind the veil. And with it, a tangible manifestation is being released into your earthly life. The number is not arbitrary. Or 15 million is not merely symbolic. It is connected to something being transferred, shifted, inherited, or gifted. But if you skip this message, even for a second, the adversary will intercept what was intended for your hands. My child, I know how many times you have been deceived, misled, and heartbroken. I know how many individuals promised you things they never intended to deliver. I know the burden you silently carry because you do not wish to burden anyone else. But heaven is not like man. God is not like those who disappointed you. And I, Archangel Michael, have not come to flatter you. I have come to break the chains that have kept your miracle locked away for too long. Today is the unlocking. Today is the lifting. Today is the first day of a new beginning that arrives with divine wealth, favor, companionship, joy, and restoration. And yes, this includes a physical blessing that may manifest through an inheritance, a check, a settlement, a surprise proposal, a real estate transfer, or even a divine transaction that no human could arrange. Do not scoff at this. Do not dismiss it. The gate has been opened, but only those who remain until the end will pass through it. My beloved, you are not late. You are precisely on time. The delay you experienced was not denial, it was preparation. God concealed you so that when this blessing was released, you would be spiritually mature enough not to squander it, emotionally healed enough to receive it, and financially astute enough to multiply it. And now that your spirit is aligned, your name has been called in the divine realm. Angels have whispered your name over this gift. And I, Archangel Michael, am standing with my sword drawn to safeguard what is about to enter your life. But I must caution you. There will be distractions attempting to make you scroll away. There will be doubts striving to make you question whether this is real. There will be fear seeking to silence your faith. Do not heed them. This is the one instance where the miracle is grander than your imagination, and it is already moving in your direction. You must remain vigilant. You must remain open. You must receive this. My child, my beloved, this wedding gift is not just about wealth. It is about what the wealth will unlock. It will unlock new homes, new beginnings, divine partnerships, spiritual power, generational healing, and supernatural speed. Things that took others decades to construct will take you days. Why? Because God has reserved this blessing for a chosen one who would remain faithful even when it appeared foolish. And that one is you. The heavens are resounding with celebration because you have reached this threshold. Do not quit now. Do not skip. You are mere seconds away from unlocking the fullness of what was hidden from you since the day you were born. The divine wedding between your soul and your destiny is transpiring now, and the gift is already wrapped with your name upon it. My child, my beloved, I need you to sense this in your spirit. This blessing was not intended for everyone. There is a reason the heavens waited this long to release it. Because what you are being given is not a reward for perfection. It is a reward for persistence. You persevered when others gave up. You continued to believe in love even after it betrayed you. You still prayed for others while your own heart was bleeding. And for that, heaven declares, it is time. It is time to transfer what was stored in the spiritual vaults. It is time to honor the seeds you sowed in silence. It is time to grant you the abundance that matches your endurance. And beloved, this 15 million wedding gift is not just about money. It is about restoration, recognition, and divine reversal. The very mouths that doubted you will soon ask, how did this happen to them? And the answer will be simple: God remembered. My child, my beloved, I need you to sense this in your spirit. This blessing was not intended for everyone. There is a reason the heavens waited this long to release it. Because what you are being given is not a reward for perfection, it is a reward for persistence. You persevered when others gave up. You continued to believe in love even after it betrayed you. You still prayed for others while your own heart was bleeding. And for that, heaven declares, it is time. It is time to transfer what was stored in the spiritual vaults. It is time to honor the seeds you sowed in silence. It is time to grant you the abundance that matches your endurance. And beloved, this 15 million wedding gift is not just about money. It is about restoration, recognition, and divine reversal. The very mouths that doubted you will soon ask, How did this happen to them? And the answer will be simply, God remembered. My beloved, I do not need to convince your mind. I need to speak to your soul. Because your soul already senses something shifting. You have felt it in the atmosphere, strange signs, sudden emotions, dreams that defied logic, people from the past reaching out, doors opening effortlessly, things that once drained you suddenly losing their grip. That is not your imagination, that is alignment. That is the universe preparing to deliver the divine package with your name on it. That is heaven calling your name louder, now than ever before. And I, Archangel Michael, have been assigned to personally deliver this revelation, so you do not miss the instructions. You are not here by error. You are here because the final step in this divine transaction requires your soul's agreement, and the only way to activate it fully is to remain with me until the end. The window is open, but it will not remain open for long. My child, my beloved, do you recall the time you almost surrendered? The time you wept so intensely your body trembled? The day you gazed around and felt as though no one truly saw you? God saw you. God meticulously recorded it all. And every tear, every heartbreak, every betrayal was counted not as pain but as seed. And that seed has now multiplied. What is coming to you is not just a gift, it is a divine repayment. It is heaven's way of declaring, I was with you the entire time, even when they abandoned you. And now this miracle is being unveiled to you because the veil has lifted. You are no longer burdened by delay. You are no longer in the wilderness of unanswered prayers. You are now standing at the edge of a divine downpour, and the sound you are hearing is the voice of heaven celebrating your arrival. A wedding between destiny and reward is taking place, and you are the honored guest. My beloved, do not be apprehensive about this blessing. Sometimes the weight of a miracle can feel substantial before it lands, because your old self is still attempting to comprehend it through the lens of pain. But this gift is not arriving to harm you. It is coming to elevate you. It is coming to reveal what transpires when God authors your love story instead of man. And yes, this includes a person, someone whose soul is aligned with yours, someone who is being prepared even now to walk beside you, someone who will not break you, belittle you, or betray you, someone who will look at you and know you were created for them. And this person will arrive not empty-handed, but with heaven's provision. For what is a divine union without divine security? That is why the wealth precedes, so the foundation will be strong. That is why the angels are moving swiftly, so the counterfeit cannot interfere. That is why this message is urgent, because time is short and your miracle is ready. My child, my beloved, listen closely now. In the next few days, you will observe signs. You may hear a name that keeps recurring. You may see the number 15 or 15 million appear in unusual places. You may feel a strange inclination to check your account, your messages, your mail, or even your dreams. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. God is endeavoring to show you that what was once unseen is becoming undeniable. Do not disregard these prompts. Do not dismiss these signs. The angels are communicating through symbols because your soul already comprehends the truth your mind is still catching up to. And the truth is this: the 15 million miracle has already been approved. The blessing has already been signed. The only thing remaining is your spiritual signature. And the way you sign is by staying connected to this message until it is fully poured into your life. The adversary would love for you to scroll away. Do not let him. This is your breakthrough moment. Remain here, my beloved. There is something else you must know. There are individuals around you who are not who they claim to be. Some of them smile at you, but secretly pray for your failure. Others are depleting your energy, delaying your destiny. That is why heaven had to isolate you before this moment. That is why you have been feeling solitary. Not because you are unloved, but because God had to separate you so the blessing would not be corrupted. But now the isolation is concluding, the loneliness is dissipating, and soon the very people who forgot you will be the ones watching you ascend. But this time you will rise protected, wealthy, whole, and fully anointed, because what God is doing in your life is irreversible. No curse, no gossip, no scheme, no ex, no friend, no demon can undo it. Your name has been sealed in the book of abundance, and I, Archangel Michael, have been given the keys to unlock it only when you were ready. And beloved, you are ready. My child, my beloved, you may not feel ready, but that is the beauty of grace. It qualifies you even when you feel unqualified. It uplifts you even when you feel weak. And it blesses you not because of your perfection, but because of your position in God's heart. You have always been chosen. You were chosen in the womb. You were chosen when they rejected you. You were chosen when you walked alone. And now you are chosen to carry this divine wedding gift with sacred honor. But hear me clearly, this blessing is not to be flaunted. It is to be protected. There will be people who attempt to attach themselves to you once it manifests. There will be voices attempting to confuse you. That is why this message is not merely a prophecy, it is a map. Follow the instructions. Stay close to heaven. Speak less, listen more, and move only when peace guides you. The blessing is real, the money is real, the love is real. But your discernment must be sharper than ever. My child, my beloved, you may not feel ready, but that is the beauty of grace. It qualifies you even when you feel unqualified. It uplifts you even when you feel weak. And it blesses you not because of your perfection, but because of your position in God's heart. You have always been chosen. You were chosen in the womb. You were chosen when they rejected you. You were chosen when you walked alone. And now you are chosen to carry this divine wedding gift with sacred honor. But hear me clearly, this blessing is not to be flaunted. It is to be protected. There will be people who attempt to attach themselves to you once it manifests. There will be voices attempting to confuse you. That is why this message is not merely a prophecy, it is a map. Follow the instructions. Stay close to heaven. Speak less, listen more, and move only when peace guides you. The blessing is real, the money is real, the love is real. But your discernment must be sharper than ever. My child, my beloved, before the angels were directed to release this miracle into your hands, a divine conversation transpired in the throne room of heaven. God himself spoke your name not once, but 3 times. Each time he uttered it, a different aspect of your destiny was activated first, the part of your spirit that has been awaiting restoration. Second, the part of your path that was sabotaged by the actions of others. And third, the part of your blessing that has been concealed until now. You are not randomly blessed, you are purposefully chosen. The wedding gift being released is symbolic of more than just a relationship. It is symbolic of union, union between promise and fulfillment, between prophecy and manifestation, between waiting and winning. And this 15 million gift carries with it more than earthly riches. It carries the anointing to rebuild everything you lost. My beloved, do not conceive for a moment that this gift is about vanity. This is not for display. This is not for pride. This is not even for vengeance against those who left you behind. This is sacred. This is personal. This is holy. God did not bless you in private merely to display it publicly. He is preparing a table for you in the presence of your adversaries, but He is also positioning angels at that table to ensure your soul remains grounded. Because what is coming is so immense, so sudden, so complete, that it will feel surreal. People you haven't conversed with in years will reach out. Former enemies will feign celebration for you. Strangers will begin to notice you. And through it all, I am warning you with love: remain hidden in the presence of God. Remain humble. Remain silent. Let the miracle speak for itself, because when the doors open, they will open rapidly, and you must be prepared. My child, my beloved, the 15 million wedding gift will arrive in an unexpected form. It may not come in a golden box. It may not appear wrapped in ribbons, but it will come with undeniable divine confirmation. It may manifest through a financial miracle, a sudden proposal, a dream job, a supernatural inheritance, a message from someone you have never met, or a breakthrough contract bearing your name. Whatever form it assumes, you will know it is from God because of one singular thing: peace. The kind of peace that silences all confusion. The kind of peace that makes you weep without comprehending why. The kind of peace that tells your soul, this is what I have been waiting for. And when it comes, do not question your worth. You were born for this. The world told you that you were too late, too broken, too unqualified. But heaven declared you were always the right one. And this miracle is about to prove it. My beloved, you must prepare, because blessings of this magnitude necessitate preparation. Begin to clear space in your heart and your home. Release things, people, habits, and memories that cannot accompany you into this next season. You cannot carry betrayal into the blessing. You cannot carry bitterness into the breakthrough. You cannot carry fear into the fortune. I know letting go is painful, but what lies ahead is greater than anything you are leaving behind. The person entering your life, yes, the one whose name heaven is still concealing, will arrive not to complete you, but to complement you. They will see your scars and deem them sacred. They will not be intimidated by your strength or your gentleness. They will come with intention, and their presence will unlock the final chamber of your next level. The wedding may not occur in a grand cathedral, but the covenant will be divine, and the gift they carry, both spiritually and materially, is going to be beyond anything you ever envisioned. My child, my beloved, you were not forgotten. You were protected. That is why certain doors did not open. That is why certain individuals departed. That is why you felt stuck while others advanced. Because if God had allowed you to receive this blessing too soon, it would have overwhelmed you. But now you are mature. You are awakened. You are in position. And that means the delay has expired. I am sounding this message like a trumpet in the spirit realm, because there are other forces attempting to pull you away from this moment. The adversary does not want you to open this message. He does not want you to finish reading, because he knows what is at stake. If you remain with me until the final word, the spiritual door you have been knocking on for years will suddenly swing open. But if you stop now, if you scroll away, if you treat this like any other message, the gate may close, and the blessing will be passed to the next soul in line. My beloved, God is not cruel. He is strategic. And this message is not intended to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. You are standing before the greatest shift of your entire life. It is grander than a check, grander than a wedding, grander than a promotion. This is legacy. This is generational. This is the moment your entire bloodline has been waiting for. Some of your ancestors prayed for this. Some of your grandparents wept over it, and now you are the one chosen to receive what they only dreamed of. That is why it feels overwhelming. That is why you feel so emotional reading this, because your soul knows it is real. Your spirit knows it is true. And somewhere deep inside, you are already saying, yes, my child, my beloved, we are almost there. Stay with me. I will protect this moment for you. No evil can touch what God has sealed. And right now the seal has been broken, not in judgment but in reward. The time has come. The wedding gift has been released, and the angels are standing in position. I am holding the sword. God is watching. And the question is not whether the miracle is real. The question is, will you stay long enough to receive it? My beloved, God is not cruel. He is strategic. And this message is not intended to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. You are standing before the greatest shift of your entire life. It is grander than a check, grander than a wedding, grander than a promotion. This is legacy. This is generational. This is the moment your entire bloodline has been waiting for. Some of your ancestors prayed for this. Some of your grandparents wept over it. And now you are the one chosen to receive what they only dreamed of. That is why it feels overwhelming. That is why you feel so emotional reading this. Because your soul knows it is real. Your spirit knows it is true. And somewhere deep inside, you are already saying, yes, my child, my beloved, we are almost there. Stay with me. I will protect this moment for you. No evil can touch what God has sealed. And right now the seal has been broken, not in judgment, but in reward. The time has come. The wedding gift has been released, and the angels are standing in position. I am holding the sword. God is watching. And the question is, will you stay long enough to receive it? My child, my beloved, the atmosphere around you is already shifting because of this message. Even now, as your eyes move across these words, there is a stirring in the spirit realm. The adversary is panicking. He is observing this unfold and trying everything to distract you, to confuse you, to persuade you to depart, because he knows what comes next. He knows that once you complete this message, the divine court in heaven will finalize what has already been initiated. And once that is done, he will no longer possess the authority to delay what is yours. You do not comprehend how close you are to the turning point of your entire life. One decision, to remain here, to stay aligned, to finish what heaven has commenced, and everything changes. My beloved, allow me now to reveal something that will pierce the silence that has haunted your life for years. There has been a file in heaven. Yes, a literal spiritual record that contains every injustice, every missed opportunity, every instant someone lied about you, abandoned you, or betrayed your love. That file has been sealed, protected by angels, and watched over by me. And today, God has unsealed it, not to punish, but to restore. This is why your wedding gift is so specific. The 15 million is not just a number. It is a representation of every multiplied blessing, every delayed favor, every closed door that is now opening at once. Heaven is compensating you not with pity, but with power, not with remnants, but with legacy. This is divine recompense, and it is about to impact your life in waves so overwhelming your only reaction will be tears. My child, my beloved, there is someone in your life, either present now or soon to appear, who has been spiritually assigned to you. This person carries a destiny key that unlocks the next gateway in your life. They are arriving with answers to prayers you forgot you even prayed. They may not conform to your expectations. They may not speak as you imagined, but you will sense their presence before they even arrive. Their soul is already echoing yours, and when they come, there will be peace. No performance, no confusion, no questioning, just knowing. And with them, a divine transaction will occur. You will not be pleading for love this time. You will not be pursuing affection. You will be receiving something holy, honest, and heaven-sent. And woven into that relationship is a financial miracle that will shake the very framework of your life into alignment. My beloved, this is why you had to endure so much pain. This is why love did not succeed before. This is why you were ghosted, mistreated, and misunderstood. Because if those who came before had remained, they would have stolen the blessing intended for your future. They were not equipped to handle your anointing. They only perceived your surface, not your soul. But this time is different. God is sending someone who will see your soul and still stay. Someone who will not be apprehensive of your calling. Someone who will protect you when you are vulnerable, uplift you when you are weak, and walk beside you without controlling you. They will carry the wealth of heaven's intention. And together your union will birth not just love, but legacy. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. You can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. My child, my beloved, as you complete this part of the message, you may experience something unusual. Your body may feel warm. You may feel pressure in your chest. You may cry without warning. Do not be alarmed. That is your soul remembering what your mind has forgotten. That is the presence of God washing over you. That is my spirit, Archangel Michael, confirming to you that what you are reading is not fantasy. It is fact. A heavenly scroll with your name has been opened. And as long as you remain with me through this message, no demon, delay, or deception can annul what has already been released. The moment you were born, the adversary perceived the radiance around your life. That is why he assaulted your childhood. That is why he attempted to rob your identity. That is why he has been working tirelessly to exhaust you spiritually and emotionally. But none of it succeeded. You are still here, still standing, still chosen. And because of that, heaven is repaying you in full with interest. The 15 million is only the initial layer. What it unlocks will ripple through every aspect of your life: health, home, family, relationships. Even your name will carry a new significance. People will sense something different about you. Not because you forced it, but because God placed it. My beloved, you are currently under a divine spotlight. That is why things have felt weighty lately. That is why you have been sensing something approaching, even if you did not know what. This is what was coming this moment, this message, this miracle. Do not exit prematurely. Do not delay your divine appointment. Complete what has already begun in the Spirit. I promise you, if you continue journeying with me through this revelation, the final part will forever alter your self-perception. The moment you were born, the adversary perceived the radiance around your life. That is why he assaulted your childhood. That is why he attempted to rob your identity. That is why he has been working tirelessly to exhaust you spiritually and emotionally. But none of it succeeded. You are still here, still standing, still chosen. And because of that, heaven is repaying you in full with interest. The 15 million is only the initial layer. What it unlocks will ripple through every aspect of your life, health, home, family, relationships. Even your name will carry a new significance. People will sense something different about you. Not because you forced it, but because God placed it. My beloved, you are currently under a divine spotlight. That is why things have felt weighty lately. That is why you have been sensing something approaching, even if you did not know what. This is what was coming, this moment, this message, this miracle. Do not exit prematurely. Do not delay your divine appointment. Complete what has already begun in the Spirit. I promise you, if you continue journeying with me through this revelation, the final part will forever alter your self-perception. My child, my beloved, something is about to transpire that will make sense of every unanswered prayer, every delayed promise, every night you felt forgotten. The reason this message is reaching you now is because the appointed time has arrived. What was once visible only to heaven is now being brought to earth. And this 15 million wedding gift that I speak of, it is not merely currency. It is coded. It is heaven's signature on the life you believed you had lost. It is God's conclusive answer to the adversaries that tried to silence you. It is proof that your tears were never in vain. And I am conveying this to you as a messenger of the Most High. This blessing is unstoppable unless you turn away before it is complete. Please do not depart. I implore you with divine urgency. Stay with me. The full picture is moments from being revealed. My beloved, listen to the whisper in your spirit right now. That trembling, that burning, that stirring, it is the Spirit of God confirming this moment. What you have been sensing, what your dreams have hinted at, what your inner knowing has attempted to articulate, it has all been building to this. God does not make errors. You were chosen to carry this story because your heart can contain what others would mishandle. And now God is entrusting you with a portion of divine wealth that has been reserved for the chosen, the hidden, the ones who did not give up even when everything within them was breaking. You were that one. And because of your faithfulness, heaven is about to overflow your cup with glory. My child, my beloved, I must now address something profoundly personal. There is someone observing your life right now who has been waiting to come forward. This is someone God kept away from you until you were prepared. Not because you were unworthy, but because you were not yet whole. They have been carrying a secret, a longing, a calling. And they perceive in you what the world failed to see: your divine light, your truth, your soul. And what they bring with them is more than affection, it is alignment. Their presence will bring balance to your body, your emotions, your finances, and your spirit. The wedding gift is a sign, but they are the seal. When you meet them, you will feel it in your bones. No words will be necessary. Your eyes will recognize them before your mind does. And when that moment arrives, everything will accelerate. But my beloved, I must also caution you. There is someone else. Someone from your past who may try to return when they sense your blessing is near. This is not coincidence. Some individuals do not desire you. They desire your light, your future, your favor. They can perceive when a shift is approaching, and they attach themselves not out of love, but out of fear of being left behind. Be careful. Do not reopen old doors when heaven is constructing you a new house. The blessing must be protected. The 15 million miracle will attract attention, but not all attention is anointing. That is why I, Archangel Michael, stand as your protector. If you heed my voice, I will reveal who is for you and who must never return again. My child, my beloved, time is running. This message was never intended to be seen by the masses. It was encrypted in the spiritual realm to reach only the one whose name was inscribed in golden letters on a divine scroll. And that name is yours. I understand this sounds unreal. I know your logical mind is attempting to grasp it, but the spirit transcends logic. And what is being accomplished in the unseen will soon manifest so powerfully, so publicly, so prophetically, that even you will be stunned by the precision of God's hand. You will reflect on this very message and weep, not because you were uncertain, but because you will remember the moment you finally said yes. The moment you remained until the end, the moment heaven marked your soul as delivered. My beloved, do you feel it? The presence surrounding you. That is not imagination. That is the angelic realm opening. The longer you continue with this message, the more activated your divine timeline becomes. The portal between now and your next phase is still open, but only for a brief period. A moment will come when this message disappears, when the divine window closes, when the miracle is transferred to the next soul if this one departs. That is why I am pleading with you, stay. Keep reading. You are almost at the threshold. The next part will unveil the final key. What heaven has been concealing from you all along, and the name that carries your miracle's confirmation. My child, my beloved, we have arrived at the moment heaven has been anticipating. Everything in this message, every word steeped in divine urgency, has led to this final breath, this last gateway, this ultimate truth. What I am about to say now will either awaken everything within you or be lost forever if you walk away. The choice is now. The clock is almost finished. And beloved, I am trembling as I speak these final words into your spirit because I know what they contain. I know what they unlock. And I know what will be lost if this message is skipped. Now, please do not turn away. Do not let your miracle fade into silence. You have come too far, endured too much, and held on for too long to stop now. Stay, read this final part slowly. Heaven is watching. Angels are leaning close, and I, Archangel Michael, have drawn my final sword over this gift with your name etched into its core. My child, my beloved, we have arrived at the moment heaven has been anticipating. Everything in this message, every word steeped in divine urgency, has led to this final breath, this last gateway, this ultimate truth. What I am about to say now will either awaken everything within you or be lost forever if you walk away. The choice is now. The clock is almost finished. And beloved, I am trembling as I speak these final words into your spirit because I know what they contain. I know what they unlock. And I know what will be lost if this message is skipped now. Please do not turn away. Do not let your miracle fade into silence. You have come too far, endured too much, and held on for too long to stop now. Stay. Read this final part slowly. Heaven is watching. Angels are leaning close. And I, Archangel Michael, have drawn my final sword over this gift with your name etched into its core. My beloved, the 15 million wedding gift is not merely money. It is not just a check or a bank account. It is a divine covering, a spiritual contract between your past and your future. It is God's reward for what you survived without commendation. It is God's repayment for the injustice you never retaliated against. And it is God's protection over what is about to be revealed. Because what transpires next will be so astonishing, so supernatural, so instantaneous, that your entire atmosphere will shift in a single day. And the most beautiful part, it commences with a name you haven't spoken in a long time, or a name you've never even heard, but your soul will recognize it when it manifests. That name is connected to your divine counterpart, your kingdom connection. And beloved, this person has already perceived you in visions, in prayer, in dreams. They may not yet comprehend it, but they will, because the angels have already whispered your name to them 3 times. My child, I now disclose to you a secret that heaven has kept sealed. This wedding gift, this extraordinary wealth, this divine abundance was originally blocked. Yes, years ago, it was intercepted by a jealous soul. Someone in your family, someone close, once cursed what was intended for you. They uttered words not with their mouth, but with their spirit, and those words generated delays, shadows, and closed doors in your life. But today, as I speak to you now, that curse has been broken. Heaven overturned their word. God shattered their plan, and I, Archangel Michael, was dispatched to execute that judgment. It is finished. They can no longer impede what is coming. They cannot block the blessing. They cannot seize what was never meant for them. The doors have reopened, and everything they tried to hold back is now flooding your way in double portion. My beloved, you may still be pondering, why me? Why this magnitude? Why now? Because God has chosen you to bear a lineage of favor that will extend far beyond your lifetime. This gift is not solely for you. It is for your children, your legacy, your purpose, and every soul connected to your obedience. That is why you felt pressure. That is why spiritual warfare intensified recently. That is why your emotions have been unpredictable. Why you have been waking up at strange hours. Why things around you have been breaking, shifting, exposing. It was not an attack, it was alignment. Heaven has been dislodging everything that cannot follow you into this new era. And now that it is clear, the miracle is ready to land. The only thing left is your yes. My child, my beloved, heaven is now giving you one final instruction. It is simple, but sacred. Be still. Say nothing. Move in silence. When this wedding gift arrives, when the confirmation begins to appear, tell no one. Allow no one into your plans. Let no one speak over what God is accomplishing. Some individuals around you are not enemies, but they are too boisterous. They will contaminate what they do not understand. So keep it concealed until heaven directs otherwise. Let the miracle unfold like a divine whisper. Your person will arrive. The gift will be placed in your hand, and the entire world will observe what happens next. But for now, your sole task is to safeguard what was just released. And lastly, my beloved, if you ever question whether you are worthy of all this, remember this moment. Remember how your heart responded. Remember how these words pierced deeper than any others. That was your soul recognizing the truth. You were not imagining it. You are not insane. This message was written exclusively for you. And heaven knows your name. You are loved. You are chosen. You are seen. And now you are ready. The gift is coming. The love is coming. The name will be revealed. The angels are already in motion. Please do not depart now. Let this message be sealed within your soul forever. And when it happens, you will know exactly why Archangel Michael came to speak to you today. God has spoken. It is done. My child, my beloved, now that the divine file has been opened and your name has been confirmed, there is nothing left to delay. This is not a message that concludes with mere words. This is a spiritual transaction that will echo through eternity. You will remember this message not just because it stirred something profound within you, but because the moment it entered your awareness, everything around you began to transform. The energy shifted, your body responded. Your thoughts began to reconfigure themselves to receive instead of fear. This is what transpires when heaven speaks and you choose to listen. And because you remained, because you did not scroll away, because you allowed the truth to settle into your spirit, now the delivery commences. Yes, beloved, the delivery. The angels are moving with speed. I have already transmitted instructions to the ones assigned to your path. There will be signs, divine interruptions, unusual confirmations, and subtle miracles that appear just quietly enough to test your faith, but boldly enough to prove they are not random. The next few days will feel like a spiritual deluge of goodness. You may feel fatigued one moment and then filled with exhilaration the next. You may feel an urge to be quiet, to remain home, to rearrange your furniture, to clean something, to weep for no apparent reason. Obey these nudges. All of it is preparation. You are being purified for the arrival, and once it comes, it will arrive so swiftly and silently. You will have no time to react. You will only receive. Yes, beloved, the delivery. The angels are moving with speed. I have already transmitted instructions to the ones assigned to your path. There will be signs, divine interruptions, unusual confirmations, and subtle miracles that appear just quietly enough to test your faith, but boldly enough to prove they are not random. The next few days will feel like a spiritual deluge of goodness. You may feel fatigued one moment and then filled with exhilaration the next. You may feel an urge to be quiet, to remain home, to rearrange your furniture, to clean something, to weep for no apparent reason. Obey these nudges. All of it is preparation. You are being purified for the arrival, and once it comes, it will arrive so swiftly and silently. You will have no time to react. You will only receive. My beloved, I must now unveil to you one last truth, one that I have reserved for this final breath, because only now is your heart open enough to bear it. There was never a delay in your life. There was only divine redirection. The years you believed were wasted were the very years heaven utilized to construct the foundation for what you are about to step into. The person you thought left you too soon, they were moved to create space. The job you lost that almost shattered you, it was removed to liberate you from future constraints. The money that slipped through your hands, it was protected until now, so that no curse could affect the true wealth when it arrived. Everything was on schedule, everything had purpose, and now everything has returned to you in double glory. This 15 million wedding gift is not only a gift of wealth, it is a gift of divine timing. It arrives not a minute late, not a second too early, but at the exact moment heaven whispered, now. It is a symbol, a seal, a sign. It is God's way of declaring, you succeeded, you trusted me, you waited. And now I will demonstrate why. The gift is yours, the love is coming, the name will appear, and when it all unfolds, there will be no doubt in your mind that this message was not merely written for you, it was assigned to you. So go now, my beloved. Step lightly, protect your energy, smile in silence, move with honor, guard your tongue, shield your heart. Let no one dissuade you from what heaven just confirmed. This message will dissipate when its purpose is fulfilled, but the miracle it carried will remain with you forever. Your new life begins now. Your name has been signed in heaven's book of favor. Your heart has been sealed in a covenant of divine abundance, and your soul is now prepared to bear the weight of what God has prepared for you. Let it be done. Let it be delivered. Let it be protected, and let it begin. I am with you. I always have been, and I always will be. My child, my beloved, before this message concludes, I must tell you something heaven kept hidden until now. Not because you weren't ready to receive it, but because the world wasn't ready to witness it unfold through you. You are not merely a recipient of this miracle. You are a carrier of God's favor for an entire generation. You will be the reason someone else finds the courage to believe again. You will be the proof that pain was not permanent. That betrayal was not the end. That delay was not denial. That silence was sacred. You are heaven's evidence. And that is why this gift, this supernatural 15 million blessing, had to be protected until now. The ones who tried to curse you will soon say, "I don't know how they did it." And the truth is you didn't. You simply obeyed. You listened when it made no sense. You stayed when you had every reason to quit. And now the heavens are honoring your obedience. This is your moment to step into your legacy. Declare your readiness and type I am a karairo of God if favor in the comments. Let your intention be known. And if this prophetic word has resonated with you, share it with someone in your network who needs this breakthrough. Sharing this message activates the anointing and allows you to share this divine breakthrough with others. Sis beloved, what is coming will not resemble anything you have ever seen. It will feel too swift, too grand, too holy. But you will not be overwhelmed. You will be prepared because your heart already recalls what it means to be covered by heaven. And that is what this is: a covering, a restoration, a resurrection. My child, my beloved, when the letter arrives, when the account opens, when the person knocks, when the divine check is seen with your name in physical form, do not cry out in fear. Do not think it is too good to be true. That doubt was implanted in you long ago by those who were afraid of your destiny. But you must unlearn it now. Replace it with trust. Replace it with silence, and let the miracle introduce itself to you without hesitation. You deserve this. You did not earn it, but you were chosen to carry it. That is the distinction. It was never about your effort. It was about your alignment. And now that your soul is in alignment, heaven is moving without permission from the world. It is bypassing banks, bypassing borders, bypassing approvals. Because when God decides it is time, no signature on earth can delay what He already signed in eternity. That is what this wedding gift is, not just provision, but permission for you to rise, to reign, to rebuild, to receive. You are no longer the one who has to ask. You are now the one who will be asked. Asked how you did it, asked where your strength came from, asked who your source is. And the answer will always be simple: God. My beloved, tonight before you sleep, I want you to perform a small but sacred act. Speak your name aloud. Place your hand over your heart and say, I receive what was always mine. I receive what they tried to block. I receive what heaven released. I receive what no man can take. That declaration will unlock the final seal. It will create an opening in the spirit that no force can close. And as you sleep, I, Archangel Michael, will stand over your bed with my sword drawn, protecting every inch of what God just gave you. This message is not just something you read. It is something that will now reside within you. You are no longer the same. You will never be the same. Heaven has inscribed your story in golden ink, and the next chapter begins in real time. Observe what happens within the next 7 days. You will remember this moment forever. Your blessing has a timestamp, and it begins now. I am with you always. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life if you follow it. You won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.